stop guessing about the future. In 2025, AI officially became smarter than the average human, and it's just the beginning.
Let's get started with the details.
We're going to dive into the precise moment artificial intelligence stopped being some sci-fi concept and actually started outperforming us. And look, this isn't some far-off prediction. The data shows the tipping point is already here. And AI just scored higher than 99% of all humans on everything. I mean, that sounds like a movie tagline, right? Just some crazy exaggeration designed to grab your attention. But what if it's not an exaggeration? What if the data, the actual numbers, are starting to back up this completely wild claim? Yeah, this isn't science fiction anymore. Let's dig into the hard facts, and we're going to start in one of the most demanding fields you can imagine. Smarter than a doctor? I know, it's a really bold question, but it's one we absolutely have to ask now. Let's take a look at how AI measures up in the super high-stakes world of medical diagnostics. So the test they used is the New England Journal of Medicine Image Challenge. You can basically think of it as a super hard final exam for doctors, one that's constantly getting updated with new real-world cases. They see an image, get a little bit of the patient's story, and have to make the diagnosis. It's pretty much the gold standard for testing this stuff. So, how did a leading AI model do on 200 of these cases? Get ready for this. It achieved a staggering 94% diagnostic accuracy. Just let that number sink in for a second. 94%. We're not just talking about passing the test, we're talking about near-perfect performance. But this is where it gets really mind-blowing. Let's look at the direct comparison. The AI hit 94%. A trained, experienced attending physician, 70.5%, and a medical student, just 38.5%. I mean, that's not just a small gap, it's a massive chasm. The AI isn't just passing, it's acing this test in a way the humans in the study just couldn't. And this really shows the AI's core strength, consistency. You see, as the cases got harder, human accuracy started to drop off, but the AI, its performance stayed rock solid. It did just as well on the most complex cases as it did on the easy ones. You know, it doesn't get tired, it doesn't have a bad day at the office. Okay, so it can outperform doctors. What about lawyers? Let's move this from the clinic to the courtroom. We're going to put the AI on the stand, so to speak, and see how it fares in the complex world of law. Well, for starters, GPT-4 passed the uniform bar exam, scoring solidly in the 62nd percentile. And to give you some context, that is a massive leap from its predecessor, which failed pretty spectacularly. And it's not just about passing. On the legal ethics exam, it actually beat the average human score. But hey, it's not all about passing these big exams. A recent study looked at how AI actually helps law students with their work, and it revealed something that nobody saw coming. This is just fascinating. For the students who were struggling, AI was a miracle worker. It rocketed their performance from the bottom right to the middle of the class. But for the top students, AI assistance gave them no benefit at all. And in some cases, it actually made their scores worse. So the takeaway here is that AI seems to be an incredible tool for lifting up baseline performance, but it might actually get in the way of high-end, expert-level thinking. All right, so we've seen AI excel in these specialized expert fields, but what about just general intelligence, the kind of smarts we all use every day? Well, let's look at the ultimate benchmark, human IQ. As of 2025, the average IQ of top AI models has officially surpassed 110. Now, let's be really clear about what that means. An average human IQ is about 100. So AI is no longer just a specialized tool. It is now, on average, smarter than the average human. This is that tipping point we talked about at the beginning. And there's a name for this milestone. It's called Turing-level intelligence. It's that moment a machine's ability to think and reason becomes basically indistinguishable from an average person's. And according to researchers, we crossed that line in early 2025. It's already happened. So what happens when a new form of intelligence shows up that's cheaper, faster, and now smarter than the average worker? Well, it doesn't just change a few jobs. It begins rewriting the fundamental rules of our entire economy. And for the first time ever, a non-human entity is starting to run the whole economic chain. I mean, think about it. AI can now collect all the market data, make investment decisions, and then execute the trades, all without a human touching it. That is a fundamental shift in how our economy works. So, if this is where we are now, where are we heading? According to futurist Ray Kurzweil, the next stages of this journey are coming much, much faster than you think. The singularity is getting closer. Just look at this timeline. It's wild. In 2023, an AI passes the bar exam. Just 2 years later, 2025, its IQ surpasses the human average. Kurzweil, and this is a guy with a scary good track record for predictions, says we'll achieve artificial general intelligence, or AGI, by 2029. That means intelligence equal to our best experts in all fields. And by 2045, the singularity, a moment when our intelligence could merge with AI, creating, well, who knows what? Now, Kurzweil is pretty optimistic about all this. He says computers aren't in competition with us. They're an extension of us, accompanying us on our journey. And, that's a comforting thought, framing AI as this incredible tool that's just going to amplify our own potential. But after all the data we've just looked at, outperforming doctors, lawyers, and now the average person, we have to ask the final, really urgent question. Are we really just building partners, or are we engineering our own replacements? The pace of this change is unlike anything we have ever experienced. What sounded like science fiction yesterday is today's benchmark, and tomorrow's reality is being coded right now, as we speak. To understand where this is all heading, you really need to be informed. Make sure you subscribe to stay ahead of the curve.